You're listening to Josh on Classic Hits 92.5 KVPI, and this morning I'm being joined in studio by magician David LeBoeuf. David, thanks for coming on the show.
Oh, it's my pleasure.
Well, David, let's start off about where you're originally from.
I am from Houma, Louisiana.
Awesome. When did you start first being curious about magic, leading you to performing it?
Well, I was infected, as I call it, by my father, who played a trick on me. And years later, I did it all on and off as a kid, and actually I was terrible. And that was just simply because I didn't practice. And years later, I lost my job. And I thought, well, there's no jobs to have. The oil industry had gone, quits almost. And so I thought I'll go to New Orleans and do some magic tricks and pass the hat. And a couple months after that, a guy walked up, and he said, "How'd you like to come to the East Coast?" I said, "Sure." And so I went off to Baltimore, and from there to Los Angeles and everywhere in between.
That's awesome. And what are some of the more popular tricks that you do that people enjoy the most?
Well, this year I'm featuring a fish trick. It's with goldfish. I take goldfish, Pepperidge Farm goldfish crackers, and I turn them into real goldfish.
Oh, wow.
And the kids like that one. That's a popular trick.
You have been busy this week with performances in Turkey Creek and here in Ville Platte. Tell us when and where you'll be stopping today.
Today I'm going to be in Pine Prairie at 10, and then I go on to Big Mamu, and that's at 2. And then tomorrow I'm in Basile at 10, and Chautauqua at 3.
Awesome. So for those that attend today's performances, what can they look forward to seeing?
Well, we have a lot of fun. It's a good time, and a lot of audience participation. You may get to come up and, try a trick with me. And I do a trick now for the parents. I just feel like they're part of the audience, and I'd like to include them. And so, it's a lot of fun.
Right. You often come in this area to perform?
Yeah, I do. I've been coming. I was talking with Miss Sue. And Miss Susan Lemoyne, and I've been coming. We think somewhere around 2002 is when I first started coming here, and it's been a pleasure. I like to promote the library. My wife is a librarian actually, and so myself, I'm dyslexic, so I'm not a big reader, but I do know that if you want to learn something, the best way is to pick up a book and read it, and that's how I learn magic tricks.
Right, absolutely. It's a good cause to promote. And what are some of the other places that you often go to perform?
I go to Alexandria a lot. And earlier in the year, I'm from Houma, but I was in Homer, Louisiana, which is, kind of a little twist on words there. But it's a long way, and I spend most of the summer, I'm a nurse most of the time, and in the summer times, I do my traveling as a magician.
We've been talking with magician David LeBoeuf, who will be performing at 10 a.m. at the Pine Prairie Library today. That's located at 1111 Walnut Street in Pine Prairie, and then at 2 o'clock at the Mamu Branch Library, which is located at 317 2nd Street in Mamu. And you also said you'll be at Chautauqua today, right?
Chautauqua tomorrow.
Awesome. So if you want to see David LeBoeuf, he'll be in the area, so make sure you stop by one of the library branches and see his performance. David, thanks again for stopping by the KVPI studios.
It is my pleasure.